Today we are going to take a closer look at the story Pepita and the Bully, and we are going to find the theme of the story and clues or evidence that supports the theme. Before we do that, go ahead and get out your My Book 2 and turn to page 85. We will be looking at pages 85 to 102, so please follow along. You will also need a pencil, marker, or crayon to write in your book as well. So Pepita and the Bully is a realistic fiction story. That means that it is made up, but it could happen in real life. Realistic fiction has characters who act and talk like real people. It has events that could happen, and the setting is in modern time in a place that could be real. It is all make-believe, but it could happen. So let's go ahead and turn to page 88 of our story. We are going to take a closer look at page 88, 89, and 90, so please follow along. Pepita's frown grew bigger when she remembered her first day of school. She had gone up to Babette and said, "Hello, my name's Pepita. What's yours?" "Pepita? Yuck," Babette said. "That's not a name. That's nothing but a noise." Pepita felt her face grow hot. She was angry. "It is so a name," she said, "and it's mine." Babette just turned and walked away. On the second day, Miss Chu asked her students to talk about their favorite things. Pepita told them her dog Lobo could understand Spanish. At recess, Babette said, "I'll bet your dog has fleas." Pepita felt her face grow hot. She was angry. "He does not," she cried. Babette just turned and walked away. And today was even worse. Babette yanked her braids and said, "Your braids look like two raggedy ropes. You should cut them off." Pepita felt her face grow hot. She was really angry. "They are not ropes," she cried. "They're braids, and if you pull them again, I'll tell Miss Chu." Babette yelled, "Tattletale," and turned and walked away. Pepita was glad when the school day was over. Yes, she thought as she raced home, 3 days are enough. I don't want to go to that school again. Now let's take a look at page 88. What is the story mostly about? Good. It is mostly about how Pepita deals with the bully. But what details in this part of the story that we just read help you identify the topic, find the topic for the theme? Well, we can see that Babette is mean to Pepita, and she makes her feel sad and upset. Pepita does not want to go back to school because Babette is bullying her. So we found some details that help us identify the topic. So as we continue to read the story, and that we read 88 and 89 and 90, what details will help you figure out the story's theme? So some details can be that we can look for is how Pepita solves this problem. So we know that the problem in the story, the issue that the main character Pepita is facing is bullying. So we want to know, how does she solve that problem? We need to look for details that tell how the characters change in the story. So we know that these characters, Pepita and Babette, are not going to stay the same. They're going to change, and their feelings are going to change towards each other. Another question that you can ask yourself while reading this story or listening is, what lesson does the author want me to learn? Now, let's go ahead and turn to page 99. I'm going to reread page 99 to 102. "That's my bench," Babette said. "I don't like you sitting there." Pepita stood up. "What do you like?" she asked and started to walk away. "I don't like you for sure," Babette said. Pepita felt her face grow hot. She was angry. She stopped and turned. "Maybe you don't like anything at all," she called. "Maybe you don't even like your name. Maybe you don't even like yourself, and I'll bet you don't even have a dog." "You aren't nice," Babette said, and a tear rolled down her cheek. "You aren't nice at all." Pepita's mouth dropped wide open. Her brother had told her not to fight. Papa had told her to be kind. And look what she had done. Babette was crying. Most times I'm nice, Pepita said, and I'm polite too, but you say mean things. Maybe if you stop being mean, somebody would ask you to play too. I wouldn't play if you were playing because I don't like your braids, Babette said. See, you're being mean. I wouldn't play if you were playing because you have a funny name, Babette said. You're just being mean again. Anyway, Pepita's who I am. I might play, Babette said, if... Stop making excuses, Pepita said. Do you want to play or don't you? Babette bit her lip, sniffed, and gave a hesitant little nod. Okay, Pepita said, but you'd better blow your nose. She handed Babette a tissue from her pocket. Then she swung around and raced toward the center of the yard. Wait, Mindy, wait for us. Babette and I want to play. Now let's go back to page 99. So what does Pepita realize after she says something mean to Babette? Well, Pepita realizes that Papa's advice was right. It is better to be kind when someone is mean to you. So how does this affect the way she tells Babette how she feels about her being a bully? Well, she talks to Babette nicely once she realizes that her father was right, but she's also honest with her. She tells Babette that more kids would want to play with her if she wasn't so mean. So what theme or big idea do these details help you figure out? So remember from the beginning of the story, Babette was mean to Pepita. Pepita is told not to fight back with Babette. She does and ends up hurting Babette's feelings, and then something happens. What changes? Good. Pepita feels bad for Babette, and they become friends, and Pepita's honest with Babette. And then the bully isn't a bully anymore, and Pepita isn't sad. So that's the changes that happen, and those are the details, and it helps us figure out the theme, which is how you treat others can help you make or lose friends. So we saw that Pepita and Babette became friends, and Babette had a friend at the end of the story when she was nice. But when she was mean, she didn't have friends at all. So the lesson that the author wants us to learn, or the theme of the story, is that how you treat others can help you make or lose friends. So as you listen to the story this week and read other stories, ask yourself, what lesson is the author wanting me to learn from this story? And the answer to that would be the theme.